And we will get into it. So, Evil Geniuses versus Thunder Predator, game number 1 of this best of 2 series. Well, the game will get started. Of course, Bannerun's about to spawn. Fly, gonna be surrounded already. Fortune's End will root him in place for quite a while, and Matthew will have a very easy Remnant setup into the stun setup of Frank. A few uphill misses, but that won't matter. So they do end up getting the first blood.
I think it's down to just how cheap you can throw those remnants out and how fast Matthew is, so you can just keep applying this pressure.
Another remnant, but the tree will block it. Now they look to punish Matthew, chasing him down. Crit should have the damage output and does get it. Nice pickup for EG. It's MJZ now. Fortune's End, not really going to affect Crit too much. He'll just continue to chase this Oracle down. And that should be almost a guaranteed kill, though. He will try to go for the deny with the neutrals. Won't be so lucky, though. Looks like they just kind of posture around Leo style as he TPs in, but Fortune's End. The purge off the Flame Guard from Arbed. Crit, though, still moving forward, and now they have Ramses, but Ramses kind of just sprouted himself. Doesn't really matter. They'll find MJZ. In Leo style, he just TP'd back. He just respawned. He doesn't want to die like this, but it looks like he will not have a choice in the matter. So Arbed will get a double kill. And that is going to put this Death Prophet very, very far behind. In fact, MNZ is here now. They'll just chase him down. He has Waveform available. He's copying a fair bit of damage, though. He does use it, but it's not going to help him as they are continuing to chase. Matthew Remnant will stop them from chasing him down. Matthew just going to try and escape now.
And MNZ up top gets
He'll be okay. Just strength morph. The Fly doesn't have Cookie to throw out, but Arbed now, he's going to rotate in on the Ember. You don't really have chains, but you definitely have a lot of damage as the Remnant now forward onto MNZ. They'll settle for MJZ instead. In fact, never mind Crit. He loses his life immediately to the Adaptive Strike and the Purifying Flames of this Oracle. As Arbed is going to continue chasing down. He does get a Sleight Fist off. Still MJZ, delaying things quite a bit. Remnant onto the Morphling. Arbed won't commit it yet. False promise. They will eventually get the Oracle. And it looks like Fly does get Matthew on the Void Spirit as well.
So we'll see whether or not that will hold up if the game reaches that point. Otherwise, EG, again, they've got a 5k lead now at 12.5 minutes in. 9-4 in terms of the kill board.
Yeah, Matthew found himself a nice easy kill onto Fly. Body blocks coming out from the illusions of Arbed. In fact, doing a great job of it as well. Ramses, he's going to be able to get a little bit closer. Pops the drums, doesn't get the sprout, just taking fights over and over again. In fact, speaking of, Arteezy, by himself, going to go after Matthew. Remnant doesn't latch onto the real Naga Siren. He doesn't even want the kill. He just wants the creeps. He wants to force Matthew out of the lane and just get back as bot lane. Arbed, smoke does get broken. MJZ will get caught out. Crit will take it on the Pango. In fact, they may have found more. Remnants forward. They really want MNZ on the Morphling. There's the chains latching. And MNZ, he just uses Waveform. Rolling Thunder's probably going to be able to lock him in place the whole time. And Ramses will be the one to pick up that kill.
Arbed.
Could be in trouble. We'll be able to remnant it out in time. Silence just did not last long enough. Let's get a nice little chains off onto Frank on the way out. And Frank, going to keep going. He wants Fly on the Snapfire. Fly, false, or rather Fortune's End does land. Fly eventually does go down to the Crypt Swarm. Arbed, very low HP, but with the Aegis, he feels confident enough to keep moving forward. Gets the chains off. Swashbuckle, though, will not connect from Crit. And now Frank, he comes back in onto the Pangolier. Silence is there. They get another.
Thunder Predator just not able to punish too well here. They might get punched themselves.
They could. Clumsy net on Crit. Won't really lock him in place. And now Arteezy jumps in. He has Song available if he needs to, but he doesn't really as Matthew ends up going down. This team fight looking really bad for Thunder. As well, they're only really left with the DP, and Leo style does go down to Ramses, and MNZ still trying to run away. Crit won't leave the man alone, and Arbed, he'll remnant forward as well. He does have chains available in just a second, and there it is coming out. Does this Morphling survive? maybe with the strength morphing, it looks like he may have enough time and HP to get out of this, though no. Crit's diving the tier 3, giving vision over to Abed. They will claim the full team wipe, so he will have to be a little bit careful about that. But now Arteezy, he just runs in thanks to a cookie off Fly. Won't risk too much, he does want to back off now, but he'll just commit the song. EG, are we going back in? No. Fly throws a scatter blast. In fact, he does go for the cookie. Silence going to be there. Meanwhile, MJZ getting taken down in the back to Arteezy on the Naga. Abed, he will get chained up by MNZ. They could burst him down, though he should have a remnant available and does. Now the Rolling Thunder again from Crit, just controlling everybody. MNZ, he's in a very, very tough position right now. Arteezy is surrounding with the mirror images. He will waveform forward, but can he get out of this? It looks like he may be able to walk out this time, but you're losing so much, and the GG War play has been called anyway. Game number 1, Evil Geniuses. You'd probably want to say they had a pretty dominant victory. They're just going to keep trading away. In fact, Courier about to go down. MJZ couldn't quite finish it, so Ramses does get the regen he brought out. Crit going to continue to punish the Jakiro for even thinking about it. In fact, the Impale is up, so he could go for another kill now. MJZ does stick charge up, but it will not matter. Crit does eventually find the kill.
And Leostyle kind of missed a window of opportunity where he could really abuse the weakness of his hero.
Well, they're going to try. X will be there on one of the Meepos. Leostyle throwing in the boat and Torrent, though Torrent doesn't really connect. And now the cookie from Fly, allowing Abed to get further away, though he should still fall and does. Fly now going to be a sitting duck. Doesn't really have anywhere to go.
Finding as much EXP as he'd want. Is back up top, though, and applying some harass onto the Jack.
Yeah, MJZ doesn't really have a way out of this. They will TP at least the Earth Spirit up, so Matthew going to try and help, but it's all too late anyway. The Leostyle now rotating as well on the Kunkka. They should be able to find Crit as a trade. Leostyle will be very happy to pick up another kill.
You want aims to have, it's going to be slow going for MNZ.
Well, he's left the lane alone to MJZ on the Jakiro. There's bot lane, bit of action going on. In fact, they're all diving down to go after Frank on this Centaur. Boat's going to fly in onto Arteezy. They want to take down this Slaughter, but he is a little bit too tanky. In fact, never mind, he's not. Leostyle does eventually get him. Now Fly going to be X'd up, has nowhere to go. Matthew and Leostyle getting rid of him. They're going to start pushing mid. Thunder Predator, they want to open up that Dire jungle. X going to be there. Boat flying in. Fly tries to dodge it with the cookie. Will not be successful though, and that T1 going to cop a fair bit more damage as Leostyle does have a double damage rune active. They are going to rotate more in. Abed, in fact, finding MNZ in his own jungle. That anti-mage trying to get some free farm in the Dire side jungle. Turns out it wasn't really free. And that mid T1 as well, being defended successfully by Ramses on the Timber.
Yeah, they do manage to hold on to that objective, but now Thunder, they know where Abed is. Then try to find him.
Pretty close. Matthew gonna spot him out. Abed not gonna enjoy this position as he does get silenced up and slowed. He needs help. Fly comes in on the Snapfire. Still, he has no real way to heal him up, but he does throw a cookie on. That'll at least allow that Meepo clone to get up. But now the Stampede, they just follow him down all the way. Silence him up again. Abed, he does put a tree down, but it will not be enough. Arteezy even joining in on the Slaughter, going after this Kunkka. They'll get the Bash of the Deeps off, and well, Leostyle, he's fairly tanky thanks to that rum buff, but it has worn off, and that should mean that Leostyle eventually just dies. So he will Fairy Fire up now, just delaying it even longer. Earns up in front of them. Ramses, you're going to end up finding Frank on the Centaur. They are going to fight bot. X on there on Crit, although Boat, it will connect, but the Spike Carapace is going to be there in time. Now the Hoof Stomp all on this Nyx Assassin. They do get the kill, but Ramses, he wants to fight. He's got no mana to speak of, but doesn't matter. Abed, he's chasing now on the Meepo. They don't really catch anybody. In fact, Matthew, managing to roll away for now. Still, the chase is there, dropping all his rocks for this Magnetize. Gets a slow off as well, but the Magnetize not really going to do that much damage. And eventually, he does go down as Arbed. Now, going to look for another net over onto MJZ. He misses, however, but has more Meepos where that came from, and they will eventually find the secondary support in the Jakiro. Thunder Predator, though, of course, are going to check, and Frank is going to run straight into Arteezy. Though stun will be there before the Hoofstomp comes out, and now the net's flying out from Arbed, and they are going to find this Centaur very, very quickly, and now they want more. Corrosive Haze on Matthew. They won't be able to catch out the Earth Spirit, but perhaps MJZ would be a much easier target. In fact, they leave him be because they want to go after Leo style on the Kunkka, though Impale doesn't land from crit, but it doesn't matter. Arteezy has the stun. There's Fly throwing in the Mortimer's Kisses now, and this poor Kunkka has nowhere to go. He is tanking a lot of damage though, but it will not matter. Does go down eventually as Arbed. He will find the Jakiro, and he will take down the Jakiro. EG claim the first Roshan of the game. Arbed now, with that Ethereal, with that Aegis, going to be feeling much more confident to start roaming around the map and trying to find pickoffs. In fact, he may find MNZ right now. In fact, never mind, they want to go after the Centaur again. And with all these nets coming in, he's got nowhere to go, and Ramses with the Whirling Death just finishes the job off. Though, it looks like mid lane, they may find one in the form of Arteezy. He's falling rather low. He almost ended up finding MNZ. In fact, never mind, Arteezy still surviving throughout all this. Jewel Breath will come through, but he's just running forward. He doesn't care. Ice Path will eventually take him down, but at what cost? Man, this Battle Fury, I mean, it's looking to be around, you know, that 19-20 minute mark. It's not the worst we've ever seen, but it isn't really great either. It's very, very late. Not that you can blame him though. Mid lane, Fly does get caught in an Ice Path, does get taken down. Ramses, he wants to keep going as Arbed is there to help. Again, they jump on Leo style, while Ramses, he goes after the Centaur. Leo, he just melts. MJZ also ended up going down to Arteezy.
And they've got to maximize this period, and EG certainly is.
Yeah, they found MNZ apparently. Arteezy picking up the kill on the Slaughter. He does get his Battle Fury up, but that's not really going to help anything. So he's lost his mid tier 3 tower. And Arbed looks like he's found Frank again. Poor Frank does get netted up. Tries to go digging with the shovel. Eventually does, well, should die. Ethereal Blade doesn't do the job. I thought I saw him trying to salve up through all that. Doesn't really matter, as Arbed does grab another kill on the Meepo. And look at this, he's going for more. He sees MJZ. He's not quite close enough to go after the Jakiro with the net. But what does it matter? You've got full control over this map, and they are going to push mid.
There's nowhere to split push.
EG, they're just going to come forward. Smoke breaks on Leo style. They will not react. And well, Spike Carapace, Impale, Leo style, he's just gone. Ice Path Macropire was there, but Arbed's not really taking that much damage, as now they may just turn around and go after MNZ. Nets not flying out yet, but well, here they are with those Mortimer's Kisses onto Matthew and MJZ, and my god, they're burning alive. And that's it. GG War Play has been called. I cannot blame them whatsoever. It's a very rough game to try and go into, and well, I mean, we talked about it. They didn't have the counters for the Meepo. EG picked up the Meepo at 4th pick. And I guess you could have guessed this was going to happen.